Přeji vám hezký den a děkuji za privítání. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to say welcome on behalf of the Croatian Air Force Aerobatic Display Team, Křídla Oluje. I'm First Lieutenant Bruno Bolum, pilot and flight instructor in 392nd Fixed Wing Squadron, part of 93rd Wing in Zadar, Croatia. Ladies and gentlemen, right in front of you, Křídla Oluje start their display. After passing the peak of the loop, the team will turn to the left to prepare for their next maneuver. During their shows, Křídla Oluje pilots fly just few feet from each other, maintaining speeds up to 550 km per hour, altitudes from 200 up to 3000 feet, with G loads varying from -2 to +6 G. After the loop that you just saw, Křídla Oluje will change their formation from Delta 6 to Rocket 6, and they will proceed to the right, performing a lazy 8 to prepare for their next maneuver, the left barrel roll. Křídla Oluje fly on Swiss-made turboprop aircraft Pilatus PC-9er Mike with 950 horsepower. Maximum speed is 320 knots or almost 600 km per hour, and the G-load the aircraft can withstand goes from -3.5 all the way up to +7 G. Ladies and gentlemen, on your right side you can see Křídla Oluje approaching with 450 km per hour, entering their next maneuver, the left barrel roll. After the barrel roll, Křídla Oluje are proceeding to a right sloped loop while still maintaining tight formation. In few moments, they will change their formation from Rocket 6 back to Delta 6. On position number 1, flying as team leader Major Darko Belancic, team member since 2015 with 2,800 flying hours. Today's performance will be his 162nd official display, 133 which off as the team leader. After completing the loop, the team will proceed into a right turn to prepare for their next maneuver, the 20. On position number 3, as first right wing, is Captain Krešimir Ostrić. He has been team member since 2021 with 1,800 flying hours, and this is his 66th official display. At the far end of the loop, group will change their formation from Delta 6 to Kite 6. After the split, the team will be divided into two groups and proceed with what will make this year's performances so special. To celebrate their 20th anniversary of successful operations both across our beautiful Croatia and abroad, in the next few moments our pilots will write number 20 in the sky using their smoke. Full program is composed of 19 very attractive and demanding maneuvers, so relax and I guarantee you will enjoy our show. Křídla Oluje will be performing elements conducted by only few other display teams in the world, including 3-ship formation tail slide and triple mirror, nicknamed DIA. Right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, Křídla Oluje performing the 20. Right after the symbolic number 20, on your right side, number 5 and number 6 are getting prepared for their next element, stall turn. Křídla Oluje were formally introduced as a 4-ship formation on 5th of August 2005 in their first official display. By the end of the year, the team introduced the fifth member, and the first flight with 6 airplanes was in 2009. This year, they mark their 20th year of successful performances throughout Croatia and Europe. So far, they have had 273 official displays, including 71 outside Croatia in 15 various European countries. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look right in front of you, you will see our synchro pair approaching for another very rare and attractive maneuver, a stall turn in two-ship formation. Both aircraft will climb vertically and on the highest point rotate around their yaw axis at minimum speed. Ladies and gentlemen, stall turn. At your left side, we can see Křídla transitioning to inverted diamond 4 formation while preparing for inverted steep turn. Leader was the first one to go inverted, after which the rest of formation did the same. Throughout the negative turn, our pilots withstand minus 2G. Upon finishing the element, number 2 will break from the formation so that he can prepare for his solo program. Please pay attention to your left and your right side, where you can see synchro pair approaching in opposite directions with closing speed of 440 knots, which is approximately 815 kilometers per hour. They will perform attractive cross right in front of you with individual rolls after the cross. Ladies and gentlemen, right in front of you, synchro pair crossover. In few seconds, right in front of you, you will see our solo pilot approaching with full power, accelerating to 500 km per hour to perform his next maneuver, the vertical roll. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes our solo pilot. At the top point, he will enter a 3.5 turn spin. After recovering from the spin, our solo pilot will accelerate and enter a 6G turn to prepare for next maneuver. As the number 2 is going away, from your right-hand side, formation of 3 PC9ers are preparing for a very elegant and attractive barrel roll in line astern formation. The distance between the tail of the leader and propeller of the pilot behind is only 3 meters. After the barrel roll, we can see number 2 approaching. Through his fast roll, he will first enter a steep left turn, maintaining 6G. Then he'll reverse to a right steep turn, performing the recognizable maneuver amongst pilots, the derby turn. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to your left side. Team leader number 3 and number 4 are approaching in line abreast formation while preparing to perform a formation tail slide. Křídla is the only official team in the world to perform this demanding maneuver in very tight formation. As they climb vertically, they will lose speed, stop for a moment, and then start to fall backwards. After the tail slide, slightly to your left, synchro pair is approaching to perform a mirror flight, but to make it more challenging, they'll perform it in a negative turn. This maneuver is performed by number 5 and number 6. Flying as number 5, second left wingman is Major Nino Perovic with 2,800 flight hours. He has been team member since 2021 and this is his 67th display as a member of Křídla. Flying as number 6, second right wingman is First Lieutenant Matija Jurashin with over 1,200 flight hours, and today's flight marks his 54th display. At your right side, we can see a three-ship formation preparing for next maneuver, the Tornado. Team leader and first right wing will fly in mirror formation, while number 4 will fly in consecutive barrel rolls around them. Besides being very demanding maneuver, this element really leaves no room for error since it is flown so close to the ground. On position number 4, flying as tail wing, is Lieutenant Colonel Ivan Anjic. He has been team member since 2015 with 2,900 flight hours. Today's performance will be his 166th official display. On your left-hand side, flying as number 2, Captain Daniel Rigo is approaching to perform a standard roll, but he will stop every 90 degrees for just a split second to make a 4-point roll. Captain Rigo has a total of 1,200 flight hours, and today he will log his 57th official display. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-point roll. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to your left side where you can see Křídla in Delta 5 formation preparing to perform their inverted Delta 5. In no more than few seconds, the group will go inverted with half rolls and continue to fly with inverted Delta 5 formation. When weather conditions begin to affect weather safety minimums for the show, our team has 2 backup programs in their repertoire, through which they continue to show an enviable level of proficiency. What makes them different compared to the full flight program is the use of elements that do not require large changes in altitude. That way we can adapt to a slightly lower cloud base. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left side, inverted Delta 5. After the inverted pass, the group has changed their formation back to regular Delta 5. At your right side, we can see our solo pilot catching up with the rest of formation while preparing to once again form Delta 6 formation, from which Křídla will proceed into Dia through attractive half rolls. Dia is actually a triple mirror, and besides Křídla, only one more team in the world performs this impressive maneuver. Distance between tails of opposing planes is just 3 meters. This maneuver got its name after first and only women member of display team Křídla, Dny NATO, currently piloting Canadair's CL-415 in Croatia firefighting squadron, also stationed in Zadar as part of Croatian Air Force. Please pay attention to your right-hand side. In just a few seconds, our team will change formation from Delta 6 to Dia. The inaugural display took place on July 22, 2004, during the opening ceremony of the European Sailing Championship in Zadar, Croatia. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see our team coming from your right side performing the triple mirror. And now, finishing the maneuver, Křídla will change their formation into Yankee 6. Proceeding to a right turn, they are preparing themselves for their final break, which will mark the end of today's display. In 2016, Křídla were awarded the Best Performance Display Team Award whilst attending one of the biggest military aero shows on the planet, Riyadh in the United Kingdom, with over 200 different military aircraft and amongst 23 air forces from all over the world. Last year, the aerobatic display team Křídla won the award for the best overall performance at the SIAF Air Show in Slovakia, while competing with over 20 participating countries, meaning that perseverance and constant work on improving the flight program was not in vain. The main goal of the Croatian Air Force display team is to attract new candidates in becoming future pilots of Croatian Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention right in front of you where Křídla will say goodbye with their final break. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We hope that today's display fulfilled your expectations. Best regards from myself and the Wings of Storm display team.